What's up dudes, it's Jake Gordon here, welcome to another video. This video is going to be on 5 tips I learned from spending 150k GBP on Google Ads. Now I've spent a lot more than 150k, by the way, like a lot more. I've just reached 500k personally, but you know, I figured it'd be a kind of clickbaity thumbnail so it'd be nice to put, and I'm going to show you 2 accounts I've already ran. You've already seen these, by the way, and I can't show you the other accounts literally because I'm still running them effectively and I can't reveal the store. Personally, I've spent over $1 million, including clients. So I've got a lot of clients, not a lot of clients, but a few clients, and we've combined with my spend and their spent probably over $1 million GBP. But 150k is what we're going to call this title, and it's going to be 5 tips I've learned from spending that money, primarily over drop shipping. Like I said, you can still do this with like any sort of service business. It's the kind of same thing. But primarily this is going to be drop shipping, mainly because they're going to be shopping ads where I've spent most of the money, right? So just to give you some clarification, you've already seen the store. This was a smartwatch store. Spent 40k GBP, and like I said, I don't have the ad account for the Tasted store, so you've probably seen this before in the last video. 120k, so it's over 150k, but like I said, we're going for that clickbait thumbnail in this video to try and get some more views to the channel. So 150k is a video. So step number 1 is going to be your conversion code, right? So I've looked at a lot of people's stores that have hit me up on Facebook just to check, if their Google Ads is working. A lot of these dudes don't have their conversion code, right? So it's just the same with Facebook. If you don't have your pixel or a conversion code, like, you can't track your sales, right? So it's going to be super hard for Google to give you more repeat customers at a cheaper price, because it's as you give Google more and more sales, more and more data, it's going to find customers in a similar sort of audience demographic a lot cheaper. So if you're running it blind without a conversion code, you're just kind of like on an uphill battle. The more sales you get, you're kind of on the downhill battle if you have the conversion code. I'm not going to show you how it's set up, by the way, just because if you want to do it, just Google it, YouTube it. You just need two codes in your Shopify store and 1 in your checkout, so it's very easy to set up. But I want to show you how it looks. So as you can see here, I've got a lot of other codes as well, for the view item, add to cart, blah blah blah. The main one you want to see is the purchase one. It says it's inactive, but it's clearly not. So we've had 2,800 conversions in this one, and obviously the conversion value, how many revenue, pretty much 129,000. So you can see it matches up, pretty perfectly, the conversion value. So that's step number 1. Like I said, super important. If you don't have it done and you're doing Google Ads, even if you're doing Facebook ads with your pixel, if you don't have it done, you're running a downhill battle. So you need to do that. It's super important. Step number 2 is going to be an all products test campaign. So even if you're doing a general store or a kind of niche store, just like this smartwatch store was, you want to put all those products in an all products test campaign. You don't want to put them in an SPC separately, mainly because you want all the products to be tested the exact same. So in an all products campaign, I don't know why it's not shown here, that's super weird, but you can see here we were running it. So all your products should show down here. Super simple, and all they will be, they're all going to be tested. You're going to see how much each is spending. You're going to see how much conversions are getting, and you want to do it through an all products campaign. So that's step number 2. Don't put them in a SPC. You see down the left here, these are all single products campaign. These have been taken out once we find 3 profitable sales from winners, right? So that's what you want to do first. So step number 3 is exactly what I just said. So you want to move your products from the all products test campaign that have found 3 profitable sales. So once a product gets 3 profitable sales, and it makes sense to move it through an SPC, mainly because you can control negative keywords a lot easier, and I'll show you what that looks like as I go in search terms. So you can see here, Google gives us the exact terms for this, for example, Ladies Galaxy smartwatch, right? You can see we've had 622 conversions when we were running it, and we're seeing the exact search terms and are being typed in for what is getting a sale. So for example, really weird, Fitbit, don't know why, but that was getting us 23 conversions. Super profitable, 15 bucks. Like I said, we have 40 bucks or £40 margin in this. So it gives us literally all the data we need. And this goes back to step number 1, dudes. Like, if you don't have your conversion code, you're not going to see any of this. So you can see how step number 1 is super important. So I can't flag that up enough. If you don't have your conversion code, you're never really going to be profitable. Or if you are, hats off to you, but you can be a lot more profitable if you have it. So yeah, so you can see here, Fitbit was getting a super profitable sales, Ladies Galaxy smartwatch, blah, 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 blah. So, this is super important once you have the SPC, because what you want to do as well is you want to take in a lot of negative keywords. Now these are things that are spending too much money or they're just not relative. So you can see here, we had 90 here that was costing us money, and none of them are, in my opinion, were relative. For example, Apple Watch, we want to sell an Apple Watch, so we want to get rid of that. Asda, I don't know why that's there, but Asda's obviously not going to get us a sale. Fitbit, spelled differently, so we obviously had sales from Fitbit the other way, but this Fitbit wasn't getting us any sales. Fitbit Samsung, obviously not relative. Fossil smartwatch, not relative. So you want to get rid of all the crap in the single product campaign. Step number 4 is going to be kill products in the general campaign that are spending too much. So I see a lot of dudes getting attached to a product in their all products test campaign. What that means is like they're letting it run too long, right? So if you're letting a product run past the profit margin, so for example, if you're selling something at £30 or $30, you're getting it for $10, you have £20 margin, £20 of spread, right? So, the way I do it is that sort of like a Grim Reaper effect, right? So if you spend the 20 margin and it's brought you no sales, I'm cutting it from the campaigns because it's spent too much money and it's not brought you in any revenue, let alone any profit, right? So a lot of people just let these products run until they spend 30, 40, 50, 60. I've seen people spend hundreds, way past the margin, like we said in that example, for $20. And they just get attached to products. Like, you can't do that. You need to just, cut the crap and, scale the good stuff. For example, we had a lot of smartwatches doing, some good numbers, and obviously we scaled them, just like we did on this general store. Cut the crap and scale the good stuff. And you just want to do that consistently, because if you don't do that, like, a lot of profit you're going to make for your good products are just going to be wiped out from the products that you could have killed, right? So you don't want to get down that rabbit hole. Step number 5 is a huge one. You want to scale with search. So this, when you're scaling with search, dudes, or SKAGS, single keyword ad group, you really want to do this ideally I like to do it after 100 conversions in the campaign, right? So for example, looking at this Ladies Galaxy smartwatch, right? If we go back to search terms, we can see here we've had, way past 100 sales, and we were scaling it. It's one of the campaigns down here. I can't remember what it was. It's one of these SKAGS. One of these, whatever. So yeah, we were scaling this on search, right? So how that looks in a nutshell is I'll just show you. So we just type in like Ladies Galaxy smartwatch, right? So I don't know if people are still selling this right now. It looks like they are. These are very smart dudes because it's making them some money. But you can see here we've got an ad. This is actually Samsung Galaxy, the original Samsung Galaxy, right? So nobody actually is running any search ads, it looks like. So these dudes are wasting a lot of money, or they could be gaining some more money, because I guarantee these dudes have had over 100 sales. For example, K smartwatch, like I was competing with this dude way back when I was selling this product. He's not running search ads, which he should be. I don't know if he just doesn't know how to do it, but you want to be running search ads once you get the shopping ads working. So like I said, the way I do it is I use the top 7, right? So say for example, we had these, a little bit 2 more. You can see these are all profitable. Every one of these is profitable. They're way over like 10 conversions. So these are examples of good keywords you want to use. And the way I do it in a nutshell is I come to Ad Wrapper. It's a free tool. Just type in adwrapper.com, and I'll give you a quick example. So say for example we were going to use, like I said, you want to do 7, but I'll just do 3 to give you real quick, and I'll show you what that looks like. So let's say for example, like I said, you want to do 7. I'll just show you 3. So once you type in these 3, you just want to go wrap keywords. And what you want to do is you want to ignore this one, you want to ignore this one, and you want to ignore this one. You're looking for the modified broad, phrase, and exact match. So once you have 7, technically you'll have 21, because you'll have 3 of each. So you'll have 3 exact match, 3 broad, and 3 phrase. So 7 times 3 is 21. So you'll have, for example, we put in 3, we've got 9, right? So 7 times 3 will be your 21. What you're going to do is you're going to use those exact keywords, phrase, broad, and exact, and then you're going to turn them into single keywords ad groups, just like we did here in one of these campaigns. And that's going to give you a much better chance to do ads like this dude's doing right here, right? So like I said, nobody else is doing it. They should be doing it. When I was selling this product, I was making a lot of money from my SKAGS, and you want to do that because it's you've already got the converting keywords from your shopping ads, so you really want to take it on to phase 2 and use SKAGS. So Google gives you the option to do search and shopping. Not everybody's going to click on these shopping ads. Like, as you know, if you're a shopping tool, not a lot of people, well, not as many people is going to go down here as a lot of people will click search ads. So if there's only one, Like, you know, there's a lot more people that should be running these search ads. You know, I definitely was when I was doing it. So yeah, dudes, that's five basic tips. And what you want to do is what I've learned with spending over 150k. Like I said, I've spent way more than 150k, but it's just a clickbait thumbnail. And yeah, dudes, that's it for this video. What I will say is I'm going to be doing a lot of people ask me to do like a 0 to 1k kind of challenge on Google. I thought it was kind of funny because that would be too easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually starting a general store, a little mini general store. And I'm going to see, you know, I'm going to document the whole store, right? So I'm going to, you know, go probably 0 to 100k instead of 0 to 1k, right? In under 3 months. And yeah, so, you know, if you're not subscribed to this channel, you know, it's free to do. There's so much value going to be given on this like little challenge, right? So, you know, if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe, because, you know, I'm literally going to show you exactly how I run my stores, and from start to finish on this new kind of little mini general store. I'm going to show you the ads, going to show you the campaigns. I'm not going to give away the store like I normally do, because obviously I'm going to be running it. But when I'm finished with the store, you know, pumping and dumping it, when I'm done with it, I will reveal the products, I will reveal the store, absolutely. But yeah, you should subscribe just because of that. And if you want to share the video with your friends, if you got any value, you know, I appreciate it. And if you want to leave any comments, like I said, I reply always in the first hour. You know, do that. But, you know, that's it for this video, dudes, and I'll see you in the next video.